einfach so. Yeah, it's amazing. It's good.
Yeah.
So what do you do and what drives your creative practice?
I actually never thought why I am a creative producer or author. I think it just took me randomly this way because I always had like a lot of love for storytelling and a lot of love for films and stuff and the TV. And somehow I just felt too creative for being in a normal office world, and and I wanted to tell stories, and my way in my life came to this, that it happened to be for me that I'm now a creative producer and author. Yeah.
Can you recall a moment or experience that made you realize this is the work I need to do?
Yeah, I think there were like several moments. I actually started doing television. I did a lot of TV shows as a director and editor. And there I always felt that we are like telling a lot of heteronormative stories that are actually very very entertaining and very fun, but at the same time they are not meaningful at all. And they are not really like diverse or like going deeper in storytelling. So there was like one point that I applied for the Netflix BIPOC writer's room or something. I didn't get it, but then I asked myself, actually, I was like so into it and I really wanted it. So it was like actually at one point that I thought about what's my future and what do you want to do, and do you want to like continue being a producer and director of this nonsense, really fun entertainment industry, or do you want to like maybe be like a role model or telling more stories that are more deeper, that are for us and our community. And I think that was the kind of way that took me into film.
Do you want to tell us what you are working on right now?
I think as a producer you always work on 10 different things in 10 different states. I have like several short movies I'm working on that now developing or in post-production. I have a longer fiction that I'm writing on and other like 2-3 things. But I think my favorite baby, I would say now, or what I most focus on is that we finished the script for Blumenkinder, which is like a short movie drama. It's about the bystander effect, which is like the opposite of Zivilcourage. It's about actually how we as a community can coexist while we actually just focus on our things and are not daring to speak up and look closer to things that maybe are politically incorrect or go deeper.
Is there like an important lesson from your work that has changed how you move through your everyday life?
Yeah, I think film is also like the thought that film is also just work. I mean, I really love my job and I always had the urge to find something that I really love instead of getting money. And that was like my inspiration my whole life. I think at one moment in my 20s, I used to define myself through my job as well. And I did like work a lot. And to realize now in my 30s that it's not all about job. It's important to find something that you're really happy about it. But there's so much more in life to enjoy and to embrace than just the films that we do, even if it's like a lot of work. Just to step away and let, I don't know, the script for 2 weeks or after a 10-hour shooting day, just to go outside and enjoy the sun, enjoy with your friends. It's so much more important because there is also where the inspiration comes itself again and where you can use it and where you can charge and have a hobby. That's so important. A hobby that's not something useful, I say.
What does feeling stuck look like to you, and what helps you to move through it?
I'm actually like stuck every day. I think with my ADHD, I just have to take the days as they are. So with my ADHD, like every day is totally, I think, random. It's about my concentration and my inspiration. So I think the best thing is having a due date where you have to bring the things on the table. But I learned actually that not every project has to be fulfilled. Some things can just lay there for years, and then there's the moment where you can bring it up, or you maybe probably not gonna do it anyway. And then there are projects you do it for yourself that don't have like this commercial success, and that's totally okay. And then there are projects that, yeah, it's hard to do it, but I think that, yeah, as I say, the fastest way is to be slow, a little every day. That's important.
Do you feel represented in the creative industries in Zurich? If yes, can you elaborate on it? And if no, what was going wrong?
I sometimes feel represented, but not always. I never felt really represented in Switzerland. When I was younger, though, there were not a lot of like BIPOCs on the screens, or telling like diverse stories in a very authentic way that's not about racism or refugees or something. It was all about these documentaries where you like would talk about Black people mostly. I think it changed in somehow that it is now a discussion now, but it's not where it should be. I think Switzerland is trying to do something. If you have these diversity checklists on SZF or, for example, Zürcher Filmstiftung and stuff like that, where you can get money for your productions, but it's more about an alibi. It's very popular now, becoming very popular to diversify your cast. What I'm missing really are like the people behind the camera that should be more included. It's difficult because I think Switzerland really want to tell Swiss stories, and the gatekeepers who are about to speak about money and give you the money are mainly white men who is like able to study film. The schools and the institute in Switzerland be more diverse in this thought, and also like the production company think about more including BIPOCs.
So what does visibility mean to you as a POC creative in Europe? And when do you feel most seen or unseen?
Yeah, I mean, what's totally on the nose is that there are not many BIPOC people on the screen. The statistic is from 2020, which is Vielfalt im Film Statistik. They say in 2020 in Germany there were like 9% of BIPOCs in Besetzungsmacht. Yeah, Besetzungsmacht is the gatekeepers that can decide who takes which place, like who's going to be the producer, who's going to be the director.
Yeah, like, okay, the decision makers.
Decision makers, exactly. And then the one that are like telling how the story should be, which is Gestaltungsmacht, is about 17%. The one that are like cast on the screen would be 16%. BIPOCs. If you compare that to Bevölkerung,
population,
the population in Switzerland, we have actually 41% of people with migration, and in Germany it's 30%. So we are very, very underrepresented on the screens and behind the screens. We are here, we are paying taxes. We are supporting the film industry. We want to see ourselves and our realities told by our own on the screen. And I think this is totally a need.
Was there something that has surprised you working in the Swiss creative industries, either positively or negatively?
I mean, working on the industry in Switzerland especially, you can come like real far with effort. But as it is not such a big city, you have this strong market. For example, there are people that are not that long in the industry and had won several prizes and can do easily their debut and stuff and be on festivals and are hyped. It's easier as the industry is so much smaller. I think Switzerland is really like hard as well to get a job if you want to like work as a producer in an existence company. I think it's all about working as a production coordinator or assistant more until you get lucky and you find someone who you are really like friend with and they took you in the company. It's all about this brother-sisterhood thing, and therefore you are more inspired to make your own company, I guess, for a lot of people in the industry that are like emerging now.
One last question. Is that a goal of yours to start your own company?
Yes, it is. I was talking yesterday to a friend of mine to start a company together, a company that includes more, as you say, diversity in sense of having also cool people with, I don't know, Behinderungen, telling BIPOC stories, authentic BIPOC story from BIPOC for BIPOCs in Switzerland. You know, that being BIPOC is not an issue in the storytelling, as it is mostly in Switzerland now, that it's just like an authentic diversity in it, and having a company that includes more like fair working hours for families. I know a lot of my friends got children and some of them broke up with their partners. So finding like structures to include moms, to be more feministic, to be more diverse, yeah, I would love that. But in the long run, I think it's not from now to tomorrow. I think slowly is the fastest way. So starting now with films, maybe get into a production company to see what could you do better, what's good and what works, and then going on from there.